Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the strange thing is this: Kenny Rogers has passed away. And here am I, an older gentleman sitting in a chair. Right? Let me tell you what my connection is to Kenny Rogers. You're not going to believe this, but he appeared to me as a ghost. 3 seconds total. Can I prove it? Don't make me prove it. Uh, I didn't capture him on video, and if he appears again, I will try to have him on video if he wishes to appear. Why did he appear? I don't know. I don't know if you know anything about Texas and the Bible Belt, if you believe in the Bible, the good book. But basically, I was at work. The good book says that Jesus was, preaching. Then the ghost of Moses appeared to him, right? You remember that story? Well, it ain't no fairy tale. And Jesus spoke with a ghost and could see him live, person to person. When the apostles asked him, how are you able to do these things? He said, you can do these things as well. So Jesus was saying that we all have these abilities. Just some of you don't pay attention, do you? Because you're always looking down at your cell phones and stuff. Why would he come to a complete stranger? I don't know. I'll ask Kenny Rogers through this paranormal equipment. What got me interested in paranormal equipment? I was in another country. The link is in the description. You can see that country where Paranormal Busters grew up. Then my parents migrated to this country. But we went to my aunt's house for a little bit, and it wasn't free, right? That's how it goes. But there was an old man at her porch. You know who the old man was? Was her old man. He went in senile. He went crazy, lost his mind. But I remember him as a kid. Remember him very well. His name was Celestino. I'm not going to tell you the last name. And then, because he went senile and started to lose his memory and such from being old, he was the old man in the town, in the street. But I remember him. Grew up with him. He was a nice old man. Although he had dementia and all kinds of things, lost his mind. But my aunt decided who's going to support her family, right? So she put a room up for rent. And then a guy who just recently divorced, whose name was George. He was a cowboy, bit of a cowboy, listened to cowboy music. Yeah, that's how I came to know Kenny Rogers. He would often listen to Kenny Rogers music and many other celebrities' cowboy music and that sort of music. He had one of those old 80s station wagon, take us on trips to McDonald's, all kinds of cool cities, all kinds of cool places, really far places, the cottage, all kinds of things, right? But what he did for a living, he was a private detective. And that's how I got into equipment and investigations. I learned a lot from him and his son, who was my cousin. Yes, he had a son. He eventually had a secret, affair with my aunt, we all suspect. And that kid grew up to be a great kid. He's a private detective, just like his dear old man. But George was a good man. I often pick him up during my sessions. I've never done a session for him, because this is about Kenny Rogers. And I remember when George would take us on trips, driving far away. We would listen. He would listen to cowboy music, wearing his cowboy hat and cowboy boots. Once in a while, he sported his cowboy hat. He's a very tall man with a beard, black hair. He's very friendly, very nice man. Right? He's the kind of man that would buy us McDonald's on these trips, and then he would flip the bill to my parents. Taught my parents, in this country you can't be stingy. You got to give a little to the kids, right? So that's the kind of man he was. And he was a private detective. The phones were bugged. There was hidden cameras in the house. It was just the way it is. This guy knew everything about us, right? He was a good man. He was a good man. And so I learned a lot about investigating through him, equipment, right? And I got into the paranormal on my own since my childhood. But investigations, I learned it from him. Investigating. So I'm investigating right now if Kenny Rogers did actually appear to me. I have no proof yet, as of yet. Don't make me get proof, because many other celebrities have appeared to me, and I've shown you guys that on camera. So until he appears longer, we'll see if I can capture him on camera. Why would he appear to paranormal people? I don't know. Maybe he just wants to say his last goodbyes, his last few words, right? And if you're the family of Kenny Rogers and you're watching this, why haven't you purchased this device? It's called the PSB7 Spirit Box. Right? It'll let you hear him. We have technology now. I do have technology to hear ghosts live right now, but my device is top secret. So we're just going to use the method that is socially acceptable, the PSB7 Spirit Box. I'm going to turn it on right now. Now, I just seen Kenny Rogers at 8:48 a.m. on this day. 8:48 a.m. when I got home from work. What was I doing at work? I don't know, taking care of all the COVID-19 people. That, if any of you know anyone that died of the COVID-19 or trying to recover from it, try lamb's blood. Remember when Moses in the plagues, they would put lamb's blood on the doorposts? Lamb's blood, and the death would pass by with the pestilences, and it wouldn't go in the house of people who had lamb's blood. That's including the Bible of the vaccine they need to see. That's crazy. Lamb's blood? Lamb? Bah, yeah, that's right. Lamb's blood. When you get a vaccine for a snake bite, venom, anti-venom is actually made from lamb's blood. Did you know that? At the hospital, when you get a shot on your arm? Yeah. Lamb's blood and horse's blood makes the anti-venom that you get injected from a snake bite. Isn't that interesting? Yep. The horsemen of the apocalypse are riding. And COVID-19 is part of that. But anyway, if anyone lost anyone from COVID-19, get the spirit box. But this is about Kenny Rogers. I don't know nothing about him. Haven't kept up with him for years. You know, just would see him on TV once in a while. Because I remember good old time memories, right? So, George has passed away. Often pick him up on this. He says a few words. Celestino, the old man at the porch, he would often stay at the porch. And when I would knock on the door, he would get my cousin so we could go play. He knew his name and everything, but he was a bit senile, yeah. But I always felt sorry for that old man. Like, he lost his whole family, lost his mind, everything. And, you know, how does a woman betray him and my aunts and moved on with another man? Right as he's sitting on the porch, senile. Did he know what was going on? Not really, because he was senile. So the whole thing is sad, but that's how life goes. Money, 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 right? But these are things that God forgives, right? Such and such. But this is about Kenny Rogers. We're going to turn this on right now. So I was at work, you know, taking care of Paranormal Buster works the night graveyard shift, you know, stocking shelves so all you people can get fed, so people can have food. By the way, stop hoarding food, because you guys are causing even more trouble. You're hoarding too much food. You know, take it easy with that. Take it easy. Have enough if you're quarantined, but take it easy with that, guys. Because us guys, we're filling the shelves like madmen. We're working non-stop to get the food on your, so you guys can have the food and the toilet paper and everything you need. But yeah, try praying to God, yeah, and read the Bible out loud, and I guarantee you'll be protected. Because I know one basketball player that made fun of the disease, and he got it, right? He got infected with coronavirus, right? So it seems to be specific. So something behind it is intelligent, a spirit of some sort. Could it be death or the horsemen of the apocalypse? But anyway, what a world. It's about Kenny Rogers. So I haven't kept up with him. I don't know his life. I don't know if he has children. No, I know he's got kids because I know he's got kids. Right, he's got to have kids. I don't know nothing about him. I don't even know how he died. I was at work, minding my own business, and a coworker told me, Kenny, out of the blue, Kenny, hey kid, did you hear about Kenny Rogers that died? I'm like, dude, why would you tell me that, right? So I thought to myself, okay, is Kenny Rogers using him to contact me because he wants to be heard? Okay, I ignored it. A few hours later, I'm working, pulling out a skid full of stock to feed the Kovac people, to feed you guys at the stores. And then what happens? I hear a voice in my mind, in between my ears, in my mind, not audible, inaudible, in my brain. It says this. What was it again? What did he say? It sounded like Kenny. I knew it was him. You just know. And he said, "Don't ever forget your. Don't ever. Don't ever forget. Never mind what they tell you. Don't forget that you're one of the best." That's what he said. And I just smiled to myself. I knew it was him. That's what he said. And then I ignored it. Came home. I'm like, should I do a session for him? I have a rule. I was like, nah, not until he appears in front of me. Paranormal Busters has one rule. If you want me to do a session for you from the afterlife, you must appear to me physically. Well, he did. 8:48 a.m. So I just kept that in my brain, in my mind. I didn't even say it out loud. And he did. I was inside the house, walking by a door and down the stairs. What do I see when I peeked open the door? Because I thought I saw someone. I looked again, and there he was. He's down the stairs, and he just waved his hand high and gone. About 3 seconds total. So I seen him. So now I'm gonna turn this on and let's see who we hear. What does he want to say? If he's here at all, let's turn it on. Remember, I don't know nothing about him. Just that what I told you. Alright. Hey, can you tell me your name? Did you talk in my mind at work last night? I'm not here to teach you how to use these devices. Go watch my other videos. The family of Kenny Rogers. Pay attention. Hey, can you tell me your name? Can you tell me your name? Now, I will say some of these voices are just radio. Some are paranormal. Notice every skip? That should be a radio station, right? There's no radio stations. How come? This is modified for shortwave communication through the sun. One person? Uh, who appeared to me at 8:48 a.m. this morning? Can you tell me your name? Flies come forth. This is still like that's strange. Flies. What flies? There shouldn't be any flies. This is like second day of spring. Hello? I don't see any flies. What are you talking about flies for? Now, is that him identifying himself through? Is that in one of his songs? I don't know. Hey, can you tell me your first name? Sorry, what's your name? It's on. The whole world will see this. Can you tell me how you died? Hey, at 8:48 a.m. you appeared to me. I saw you. So can you tell me what do you want? Did you hear that? He said my own voice. Yeah, we can hear you. What's your? Can you identify yourself? Tell me your name. All right. It's magic. No, it's technology, man. He's talking about quantum physics. Magic. Yeah. Now that's me smoking. That shadow you saw there. It's just having a cigarette. Uh, you see it? Yeah. Now what's funny is when I uploaded this video, I actually used the name of the company that I uploaded this video is called Rogers. Rogers Intel. That's the name of the internet provider of all things. Hey, what's your first name? You appeared to me at 8:48 a.m. Can you tell me your name? Alone. What up? See that? They're talking about a lamb. LAMB. Isn't that interesting? Wasn't I just talking about that? Where are you gonna get lamb's blood? At the grocery store. Just get some meat, lamb chops, and dry it out. Let the thaw out. Put some blood on your doorposts of your house so that death, corona, doesn't come near you. How about that? It's a trick from the Bible. Anyway, hey, I heard you. I heard you in my mind. Can you repeat what you said in my mind when I was at work? Yeah, I still work. A picture? What picture? Yeah, when he said that there was a picture of him in my mind. That's how I knew it was him. Ghosts can speak telepathically to your mind. Are you paying attention? Hmm. Many of you are like, why isn't Kenny Rogers in heaven, right? Well, we stay earthbound until we're ready. Kenny Rogers, are you there? Why'd you appear to me, man? Kenny Rogers, how did you die? You want to talk? Go right ahead. Can you say your name? I'm gonna use another. I'm gonna use another method, just a regular method.
Conducted online high school.
Just getting through the radio stations. Kenny Rogers. Are you there? Are you there? That's my shadow. Kenny Rogers, why'd you appear to me, man? Kenny Rogers, do you hear that? He said, help me out. What do you need help with? With what? Wow. Do you see that? That sounded like him laughing. He said, I'm around you, and he started laughing. Did you hear that? Does that sound like he's sad? No. He's a happy ghost. Happy soul. Kenny Rogers. Are you around? Can you say your name? What information? Does Kenny Rogers want to talk? Are you there? Yeah? This is in the house. Okay, yeah. Okay, I seen you in the house, yeah. Did you appear to me? He's an American, yeah. Does anyone know if he's here? He said, that's me. Did you hear that? Kenny Rogers. How did you die? They're talking about a virus. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the virus. I want to talk to Kenny Rogers. Are you here? He said, I saw you. Yeah, I saw you too. How did you do that? How did you appear? Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers, can you say something to prove that it's you talking through here? Do you hear that? They don't care? Do you hear that? Did you hear what Kenny just said? They don't care. You guys care about him or not? Oh, you do? Then why aren't you allowing his voice to be heard from beyond the grave? Why? What's up with that? You just want to bury him and forget him? Come on. We have technology to see him. If you're the family of Kenny Rogers and you want to see him and talk to him from the afterlife, there's a link in the description. It's called Beyond the Grave. Go to that scientist. He has technology to hear Kenny live and to see him live from the afterlife. Technology. Kenny, man, there's a lot coming through. Some of these may be just radio snippets, but why are they coming over beyond the grave? Look at that. Open the grave. Yep. Beyond the grave, yep. How is these same sentences coming through on all the radio stations? Look, all the radio stations. See? That's how we know it's paranormal. Kenny Rogers? Are you there? Are you here? What do you want to say to the world? Oh, shh. You guys heard that. So I'm picking up a lot of ghosts. One said I want to communicate. That's your name, yeah? Kenny Rogers. Can you say your name? That ghost just said, "Hey, boss." I don't like being called boss. Only God is the boss. Make sure when someone calls you the boss, you say that back. Only God is the boss. Kenny Rogers, are you going to be going? Are you going to be going to heaven? Kenny Rogers, will you be going? Kenny Rogers, are you going to heaven? Did you said that's enough of that. So he doesn't want those questions because it's obvious he will, right? Kenny Rogers, is there anything you want to say to your family? Kenny Rogers, are you here? Guys, hear that? It's always the same voice keeps coming through. Is that him? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. What if it is? What's weird is the COVID-19, right? That word COVID actually means it actually that word means grave. I don't know if you guys know that. But anyway, stay quarantined. Watch my videos, right? Kenny Rogers. Sorry, man. Are you here? Wow. Did you hear what he said? What someone said? I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna repeat that. Kenny Rogers. How did you pass away? Anyway, guys, I'll be conducting a proper session with better equipment that unlocks this to full speech, so we can hear whatever Kenny wants to say. So I'm not sure who's coming through. Could be him. Kenny, I'm not sure if this is you. Kenny Rogers? Kenny Rogers. Can you say something to prove that this is you? Mr. Kenny Rogers. What was your favorite song? Identify yourself. What was your favorite song that you made? Said this is. I said this is him. Is this you, Kenny Rogers? Say yes or no. Said yeah. Okay, can you say it louder? Kenny Rogers, is there anything? Is there anything you want to say to your friends? Kenny Rogers, if you don't speak, no one's gonna hear you. This is here for you. Kenny Rogers, can you identify yourself? Why'd you appear to me? Why'd you appear to me? He said, because of my business. It is Christ. What about Christ? Have you seen Jesus Christ, Kenny? Not sure if this is you, Kenny Rogers. Can you say something to identify you? Identify yourself. Can you appear? Can you appear right here? I didn't see anything. But I'll look. I'll look close. I'll look closer next time. Hey, Kenny Rogers, why'd you try to contact me for? What, what's your message? That's right. Prove it. Time is it? Time is it? I'm not. I'm not gonna tell you what time it is. You tell me what time it is. Kenny Rogers, are you safe in the afterlife? You said I'm dead. Yep. The world knows. Hey, Kenny Rogers, can you sing one of your songs to identify yourself? See, I don't know what to ask because I don't know who he is. Just just grew up listening to some of his music through George. Hey, Kenny Rogers, are you there? It's Kenny. That's what he said. He said, "I want to say Howie." So whatever that means. Kenny Rogers, is there anything you want to say to the world? All right, buddy. I'm gonna be closing off this session. Kenny, Kenny Rogers, is there anything? Is there anything you wish your family to know? He said, "Why?" Yeah, I don't know, Kenny. I don't know why you died. Yeah, why? I don't know. So we'll talk soon. Stick around. All right, Kenny Rogers. Have a good afterlife. Before I go, he said, "Before you go, yeah, you can sing. Yeah, you can sing." All right, goodbye, Kenny Rogers. Have a good afterlife. Was that him singing? Bye, Kenny. Thanks for your comforting music. So that sounded like him, and we'll be doing a proper session for him now that he made contact with Paranormal Busters, and we're gonna see what else he wants to say. I'm gonna have this device on live full speech. That's correct, full speech, just like us. We'll see what he wants to say, but right now I'm very busy with the taking care of people with the COVID-19 situation. So is everyone else. So did you hear that? Did you hear that ghost? She said, "Bill." Anyway, this does pick up ghosts, believe it or not. And we'll be talking to Kenny Rogers very soon on Live Full Speech. Stay tuned to Paranormal Busters. He made contact, so I want to see what else he wants to say. All right, guys. Remember Kenny Rogers, and if you were fans of his, you know, what can you say? But why? What he said, what Kenny Rogers said. He said why. You know why? That's what he left us with. Why? I don't know. Why did he pass away? I'm not sure. Bye, Kenny.
Kochany, is było? Myślę, że tak. And I love the daddy pushing so it's amazing. Thing behind. That's right. Lokano. Couple days. Oh. And guard. That's got more meaning now. Read for this. Wish it was.